All right, Amy is up next in Dallas, Texas. Amy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi there. I have been an esthetician for 19 years. I've always worked for a physician. I know how to build a business from the ground up. I've been with my current employer for 7 years and have a great clientele. And I'm ready to go a solo because I want a more flexible schedule with my children. And my only holdback is my husband and I, we have, we're about to pay his truck off in February.
Okay.
And then we have just one large debt. It's a loan to my dad. And my question is, should I wait? Because I personally want to wait because I have steady income right now.
Yep.
And I want to throw everything that we have at that loan to get that over with.
Yep.
But my husband is encouraging me to go ahead and go forward with our plan that we had talked about, me going solo. And I'm just not sure. I'm fearful because I don't want to put my family in a financial bind while I'm building my business. And I want to get that loan paid off quick to my dad.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all.
So wait.
Yeah, because if had you asked me, Ken, can I do it? My answer would have been, yeah, you can if you do it the right way, and the right way would be to not see an interruption in income while you've got that debt.
Yes.
An esthetician needs a certain amount of equipment, and so if you had a bunch of clients lined up and it was just this easy step from one dock to the next dock or from the dock to the boat, and it was an easy step, I'd say, yeah, but I think the way you've laid this out, I think it's going to be there for you, anytime you want to start.
Okay. My only holdback is I do have all the equipment that I need, so I would not need anything except for a room to get started. And I have a friend of mine has a room that the price is super, super cheap. Yeah. I mean, normally we pay $800-900 for a room, and this one is half of that. And so I'm afraid that I'm going to pass up that opportunity, but I don't know if it would be worth the risk.
Well, what did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? So this is beautiful. You've asked me. So your follow-up question was really what I just addressed, which was I was fine with you and am fine with you starting your business even while you're paying off debt. If, again, there's little to no interruption in income. So let's say that you got to look at your budget, right? So you look at what you're currently making now, okay? And you go, all right, if I pay $450 a month for that room, because I'm ballparking, that's about what I'm hearing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I pay $450 bucks for the room, that's my only capital outlay. I've already got the equipment. So I've got a cost now of $450 a month. So you run that out over 12 months. You know how to do that. And that's going to be over $5,000 a year. Okay. And so you go, all right, I got a cost of $5,000 to step out. All right. And so then we have to now justify the $5,000 cost up against, will you be able to have a steady dose of clients day one? Or will it be 2 months or 3 months with a little bit of a trickle? You have to run that out. What do you know versus what do you not know? And if it's a trickle for a while or nothing for a couple months, what does that mean for you all financially? If you saved up enough to be able to weather that, then again, I'm still fine with that.
Okay.
So you're looking at that, you're running these things side by side. It's like a model. All right. And so the other thing that you need to be thinking about is, with that cost of $5,000, how much more money would you need to make to offset that? And so if you're working for yourself and you're not being paid by another firm or another business, and you're the esthetician and you're bringing in all the money that's paid, does that offset the $5,000 just by simply working for yourself if you've got enough clients? Am I making sense?
Right.
Have you done that exercise?
Yes.
What do we know?
It's just, I feel like it's going to be a trickle effect because when I leave, I'm certainly going to honor my current employer and not solicit.
Exactly.
So it will take a while for patients that want to follow me to find me, because I won't I'm not quite sure how she'll respond to me leaving, but I want it to be good. I want to leave on good terms.
Right, which means you are starting from scratch with clients. And so what would that do to your current budget and your income with the loss of income? Because that's what this is. And I wouldn't call it a loss. I'd call it an interruption. Because eventually, eventually you're going to do well. So which is the best plan for you? Can you guys absorb you not bringing in any income?
For a couple of months, yes.
Well, then you have to run the number. You have to take the risk, though, and go. I mean, you have to take a look at the risk, rather, and you have to say, okay, what if it's 3 or 4 months before I get it to where it needs to go? Now you guys are in trouble.
Right, and that is my fear.
Well, it's a legit fear. In this case, fear is not a liar. Fear is warning you.
Right.
So, I just don't think it's worth it right now.
Okay.
Let me tell you when it becomes worth it. Either when you pay off that debt and the amount of money that you've been paying off that debt comes back into your budget and then you absorb it, so now you've got a little extra room. Or what you do is you decide to maybe slow down on that debt payment for 2 or 3 months just to be able to take all that money or all the money you can and give yourself a 6-month buffer. I just don't want to see you launch out on your own until you've got 6 months of a floating fund out there. And I don't know that now's the right time to be trying to stock up 6 months when you could be paying off the debt. And I know you're looking at this. I think the one thing that's really making you kind of stew on this and call me is because of this unbelievable offer to get that room for half.
And it's not just that. It's very hard to come by a medical director that's willing to put their medical license on the line for you, and I have found one.
Well, okay, then. See, that's another factor. See, I didn't understand that. So so when you weigh all this, does this make the most sense on the long haul? If it does, then you have to consider what needs to happen, because if you don't have the right income, the right amount coming in 2 months, you guys have put yourself in a tight spot.
Right. That
I don't think it's worth it just because this person's sticking their neck out for you or whatever.
Sure. Okay, well, that sounds good.
I would not put I don't think you need to put all your eggs in this basket. I really don't. But what other sacrifices can you make? Can you sell some stuff? Can you cut way back to be able to give yourself another couple of months to buy yourself some time? What if you did the esthetician thing and maybe you took on a part-time job? So you've got a part-time job that you can kind of come in and out on while you're waiting to line up appointments for clients. That's another option we didn't discuss. I want to throw that out there. That could make up the difference. So there is a way, but you need to just dig into it a little bit more.